Did you and Bernie ever build a house, or
No.
everything you lived in
No,
was already?
I would have liked it. As a matter of fact, I can tell you that the house we lived in cost $19,000. We couldn't afford it. We could
Wow.
barely. He was paying off equipment
Ah.
while we were paying off a mortgage.
Okay.
And I was a very good housekeeper, and I scrubbed and I rubbed, and I did floors like nobody else.
Was that the only one house you all lived in as a family? All the kids were raised there, or where was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was big. It had 4 bedrooms. No, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 bedrooms. Harvey had a front room. My husband and I had a double room. The girls had a room, and then the back room I made into a library,
Ah. Okay.
which he built. He built all the shelves. I designed. I said I want shelves here. I was a boss, but I worked with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he decided that in order to make the house look livable and nice, we had to give it a final touch. So each room had its own. He created his own cover for the radiators, and I designed the covers.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them, the library, he built a cover. In the front was the open grid for the heat to come through, and he designed a large pencil leaning across and a book, all handmade and hand painted. So when they walked in, you didn't know it was a library.
Wow.
In the girls' room, Barbara wanted purple, so the floor had to be purple. And later on, she bored the hell out of me because the design of the floor didn't have enough purple. She made my life a misery. And Debra was, 4 years younger. She was going, "Is that all right?" "Yeah, that's all right." She absolutely adored her sister.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen it. Did you ever talk about it? Did she ever
Mm-hmm.
mention
Yeah.
it? Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Her big sister was the prettiest, the smartest, the best dressed, the best.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own
That's
doubts.
just the best dress, that's it.
Yeah. But she turned out to be the smartest. Don't tell her I said so.
Oh,
Much smarter.
she's very smart.
A different personality.
Very different personality. Does she take up more after you think, or Bernie? I see a little bit of both,
A little bit of both.
even though I never met Bernie,
Well,
I can see
I didn't have much to take after her.
he was very creative, according to
Yeah.
her.
He took after his father, who was a doll. His mother was a bitch on wheels.
Mm.
She should never have lived. She should have croaked the day she was born. She made my life a misery. But his
Yes.
father was a short, stocky man, broad-shouldered, a deep chest, twinkling brown eyes, curly brown hair, a slight curl, a marvelous sense of humor, and he loved me because I spoke Yiddish so well. He was foreign born.
Ah.
So his wife did too, but I learned a lot from my grandmother, so I could answer him in his language, so to speak.
That's good.
And we had a great rapport, and he killed himself because of her.
Mm.
She was, and I tell Debra very often that in many ways she takes after the grandfather she never met.
Mm.
Whatever the eyes could see, the hands could make.
Yeah.
He never went to school.
That's her.
He was everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one winter, my husband was overseas for 2 years, 3 years. One time, he made a mistake and he told his fat wife that he wanted to buy me a fur coat. Well,
That probably didn't go over well.
that was no fur coat, no nothing.
Oh my.
And he told me about it. I said, "Pop, don't worry about it.
You need a fur coat.
If I need a fur coat, one day my husband will buy me one. I don't hold it against you." I said, "She's a bitch on wheels. She's stingy. All the money you give her will never be enough. So you love me and I love you. We talk Yiddish together." She used to hang out the window on the first floor to see if he kissed me goodnight.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, a real.
Wow.
And she was very jealous, because the worst thing I could do to say how nice Pop was.
Mhm.
Ah. And I knew how. Always in a room full of people where she couldn't get back at me.
Put 2 glasses.